What's up, guys? Chris the Chef Sports Cards here. We're doing Topps 2021 Pro Debut, third case break, number 6. 9:27 on the clock. We're starting at 9:30, so just hang out for a few and we'll get rolling. Thanks for joining us tonight. Jeremy, we're going to try, buddy. I'm here. I'm going to try to rub it into my fingers a little bit here. You got to do some concentration, a little bit of deep breathing, some meditation. Wit. I will try, buddy. Well, we haven't pulled one yet, so I would say, you got a shot, just like anybody. But I added a couple cases we've done. We haven't pulled a wit out. We've pulled well, I shouldn't say that. We haven't pulled a blaze yet either, but we've pulled some good ones. So this certainly could be in there. Let's hope. It doesn't hurt to ask, my friend. It does not hurt to ask. The card gods can be nice sometimes. John, Chris, what's going on, guys? There he is. Oh, no, Wayne, he's still going to hold over my head that it wasn't a first. This is the first thing I thought of when I pulled that card last night. I was like, here's Garrett Mitchell, but it's not a first Bowman. So we're still kind of technically. He of course, he'll take it on a technicality. I told him I could take it off his hands, but. I do like this product a lot. I like and I for a few reasons, but one of the biggest reasons is just I mean, we've always done Pro Debut in the past too, because I always think it's an excellent product. It's a great way to add some good name cards to your collection without having to break the bank. And I mean, look, of course it depends on the reason you're in this hobby. Okay, some people are in it just to make money, turn the cards over and make money. And believe me, there's plenty of cards in here you can make money off of, but it's one of the few products you can find big big prospect names and not have to pay hundreds of dollars for a spot in a break or whatever, so, and the checklist is great this year. So yeah, I think it's great. I always like Pro Debut. I always think it does well. I think people always enjoy it. And I always, it's one of those things that doesn't have to break the bank. Still waiting for that first, I know. All right, guys, what is going on? Chris the Chef Sports Cards here. And anyway, water bottle, thanks for joining us tonight. Appreciate it, buddy. Oh, yeah, the chromes are where it's at. That's for sure. In fact, I was thinking of maybe getting a jumbo case for next week. So we'll see. Maybe I was still thinking that over. We'll see. Maybe next week we'll have a jumbo case. All right, guys. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Chris the Chef Sports Cards. We're doing 2021 Topps Pro Debut, third case break, number 6. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Especially if you're new, welcome to the channel. A little bit about us. We've been around for over 3 years now. We break mostly baseball with a little bit of everything else mixed in. We ship all cards from every break. We're very generous with the top loading, and we ship as quickly as we can, usually next day, or in the case of this weekend, we'll be shipping on Tuesday because of the holiday tomorrow. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We do a free break every 1,000 subscribers we turn. It's a big break, a couple $1,000s worth of boxes. You want a chance to get into it? All you got to do is subscribe to the channel. Your name goes in the random, and who knows, maybe you get one of those spots. Nice. So, real quick, Before I go over the teams, in the town over, we have a mall, and they have a card show there like a couple times a year. Obviously, they haven't done it in quite a while because of the pandemic. And it's usually a really bad, like one of the worst card shows you could go to. It's like 6 to 8 vendors. It's mostly guys selling singles and like junk wax and stuff like that. There's only like one vendor who sells boxes, and usually they're not great. So anyway, my son was there, and he was like, oh, they're doing the card show at the mall. Now, I don't ever go to this mall. So I went there today, but I had very little time. I only had like 10 minutes to run around the mall and just see what everyone had. It was still complete crap for the most part. It was all a lot of singles, a lot of 90s wax packs and everything. But I did buy one thing while I was there because I just thought it was awesome. And you got to check this out. The Desert Storm Victory Series Coalition for Peace set. That's where my $5 went today. I just thought it was awesome. So, if some of you guys, my regulars, you get a little Desert Storm Coalition for Peace pack in there, check it out. I just think it's awesome. So I was like, do you have any more of these? And the guy's like, yeah, I got a bunch back at home. Are you interested? I said, give me your number, man. I'll buy them all. All right, let's go over the teams. I'd never seen those before. I'd heard of them. I've seen them like on eBay, but I never actually saw them in person. So I was like, oh, I got to buy a box of this. All right, here we go. Teams: Arizona Diamondbacks, Jason T. Braves, Annette M. Orioles, David S. Red Sox, Lawrence A. Cubs, Brad B. White Sox, Marvin P. Reds, Nick Y. Indians, John G. Rockies, Jeff B. Tigers, Sean D. Royals, Jeremy L. Astros, Seth F. Angels and Dodgers, Bharat R. Brewers, John T. Twins, Vic G. Marlins, Brett B. Mets, Rich L. Yankees, Jason T. A's, Brett B. Phillies, Wayne R. Pirates, Philip L. Cardinals, Mike E. Padres, Jason T. Giants, Chris N. Mariners, Brett B. Rays, Brad S. Rangers, Lawrence A. Blue Jays, Vic G. And finally, Nationals, Richard C. All right, guys, let's get to it. Good luck, everybody. Thank everyone for an awesome week. We've been going for the last 4 nights in a row, and couldn't do that without you. We also just passed 2,000 subscribers on the channel, which makes me feel very tingly inside, so thank you for that. Which means we will have a free break coming up in the next month. I just got to get it all put together. So still, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, get your name in there and get your name in the random. You might pick up a spot. You never know. It's a lot of fun. Even that night, if you don't win a spot in the break, that break's a lot of fun. We do giveaways. I get t-shirts and all kinds of stuff, and we have a lot of fun. So maybe we'll be giving away a box of Desert Storm. I got some signed jerseys. I got a few different things we're going to be giving away in that break. So, all right, let's get a little focus. All right, good luck, everybody. And starting out quick. Carter Baumler for the Orioles. David, there you go, buddy. Here's a quick start. Topps Chrome is going to be 10:45 tonight. And that's going to be it for our week. Hope everybody has an awesome holiday tomorrow. Bobby Witt. And for Texas, Evan Carter to 150. 9 of 150 on the Evan Carter. So if you guys aren't aware, I know a lot of you are, but the jumbo version of Pro Debut. So because there was no season last year, so usually, if you're not aware, Pro Debut hobbies usually have 2 autographs guaranteed, and then 2 usually relics. Sometimes you get a relic auto every once in a while, if you're lucky, but usually it's like 2 relics and 2 autos. And I was actually kind of surprised when the press release came out. because they didn't have a minor league season last year, they said, well, we don't have any memorabilia to make, mem cards out of, which, kind of surprised me. I'm sure they could have taken a jersey from previous years, but so they put 4 autographs in here. So there's actually less autographs in Jumbo. There's only 3, but there are 36 Chrome cards in the Jumbo boxes, which are, obviously selling well, and especially if you get some low-numbered ones or whatever. So I'm going to look in to see if we can't get a case at a decent price for next week, and maybe we'll do some Jumbos next week. And for the Cubbies, I'm pretty sure it's the Cubs, Michael McVean. So this is the Cubs, right? Yeah, for the Cubs, Michael McVean. For Brad. Here you go, buddy. Yeah, the mascot relics are fun. They are. I'm not going to deny that. I know some people hate them, but I have a couple. Especially one of my favorite cards I have is out of Pro Debut. It's the shirt of the hot dog vendor from the Williamsport Crosscutters Stadium from like 4 years ago. And not because the card's worth anything. It's not worth $1. It's just so funny, like, that they would do that. But I'll tell you what, some of the relics they did in Pro Debut, especially the flag relics, if you remember them from last year, or they would do like these Jumbo jersey relics or Jumbo jersey patches from like their specialty nights, like one of the teams in California, I forget which one, does like a huge Taco Tuesday night, and then they would do the relic with like the Taco Tuesday jersey. Some of those were really cool. But a lot of times those type of things are more for your own personal enjoyment than anything. Yeah, I guess they're going to do the same thing in Heritage. Well, it was funny because I didn't even know. I actually, last week when the cases came in, I actually pointed out, why does this say 4 autographs on it? Because I hadn't seen the press release. It's actually kind of, I don't know, I'm trying to think of the best word to use here. It gave me more respect for Topps when I saw that. Because look, I mean, I'm sure Topps has plenty of minor league jerseys of these guys around, even though it might have been from another year or whatever. Or they could have figured something out, So I had a little more respect for Topps after I heard they did that. But they are fun cards, that's for sure. De Jesus Vukovic on the back. Make a breaker card? What do you mean? Like with different breakers on them? No, not my ugly mug. There's a reason why I run a 1-camera operation around here. I'm not vain enough to have my face put on anything. That cannot be said for all breakers, though. There's plenty of them that... Somebody had a post today on Instagram. I forget who it was. Of like, I'm like almost done with this hobby. And it was showing these guys from the Whatnot broadcast, and they were like muscle guys with no shirts on. They look like YMC, like the Village people doing breaks. These guys like, what is going on here? Yeah, that's true. You have a point there. They have a tough time cutting Bowman anymore. That's for sure. Yeah, whoever does these for them, they should have the Bowman cards done by them too. whatever outside house is cutting them for them. Like even last night when we were doing draft, I mean, We pulled the Torkelson refractor out of there, and I mean, it was a beautiful card, but again, you could see the edges are off. They just, it's so frustrating. Daniel Cabrera for Detroit. For Sean. Buddy. Ooh, I need top loaders. Hold on one sec, guys. See him got to cut Prism? Probably. It's frustrating. Well, I've told this story in the past, so I apologize for anybody who's heard it before, but, and certainly Panini and Topps understands the value of cards. Obviously, they want to be in the business, and they want to do what they do if they didn't. But a few years back, when Goff was being drafted, when he had just been drafted, they did this Panini, this thing Panini does every year where they bring all the new top draft picks out to LA, and they do these photo sessions with them. It has a name. I forget what they call the thing, and they invite some breakers there. They have in the past to come and break cards, and then some of the players will come and sit down and break with some of the breakers and stuff. So I'm sure many of you know who CSB is, Cardsmiths. He goes to that thing. He has, well, not in a while because of the pandemic, but there's a Royce Lewis, 91 of 99. And it was like I said, it was the year that Goff was picked first. So Sam, who's the breaker, he was there in the room, and Goff was signing his NT cards, on the other side of the room. And he picked up one of the cards. It was his 1 of 1, and was like, wow, this is a really cool looking card. And another player was across the room at another table signing. And the guy looked up and said, well, what's it look like? And he goes, here, check it out. And he threw the card across the room, just tossed it to him. And you could see it from where Sam was set up. And everyone's it was this 1 of 1 NT card. Everyone's like, oh my God. But it makes you kind of think the players, they don't care, It's got nothing to do with them other than the check they get cut for putting their signatures on them. So it's amazing how something can bother us so much and not other people. Jamari Baylor to 99 for the Phils. 40 of 99. Phillies Brewers are tomorrow, are they? Yeah, it's a shame that Prism's cut badly. It really is. Sometimes I wonder, John T. He does printing. He works in printing, and sometimes I wonder if it's the cards themselves. Sometimes the chrome or the Prism cards have such a thick stock to them that it makes him move in the machine a little bit or something when they cut them. I mean, I guess that's kind of ridiculous. You would think they would, have a way to fix that, but you do wonder. Now, at the same time, you would think Topps would be like, listen, these cards need to be cut perfect. All right, Wayne, I'm trying, buddy. Tejada with the A's. He was a player back in the day. Miguel Tejada. All right, Wayne, just a little warm up to the main event, my friend. Nwongo. Mason Wynn and Nick Bitsko. All right, box 2. Yeah. Well, it was the other day I was watching some people do. I think I talked about this the other night, but on Whatnot, I was watching them do watching people way overpay for packs of what was it, Select Football, I think. Yeah, no, yeah, or Certified Football, maybe. I forget, one of the football products, and they were paying absurd prices for the packs. And they took this Dak Prescott to 99 out. There is a Corbin Carroll green for the D-backs. Nice hit there for Jason. Corbin Carroll's a player. 84 of 99. And it looked literally like somebody took a penny and like scratched all down the surface of the card, you know. And I mean, look, it's not the breaker's fault. What can he do? You know what I mean? Like he doesn't know it's coming out like that. But at the same time, the guy paid like, I don't know, $90 for that pack or something like that. It's like they ended up doing something. I think they gave another pack for free or something like that. I forget what they did. I mean, they were cool about it, but like, how does that, you know, it makes you wonder, like, how does it get into a pack? I mean, this isn't something that was just off cut a little bit or had a little scratch. It looked like somebody went to town on it with a knife, you know? But, and I mean, we've all pulled stuff like that out of packs where you're like, how does this, isn't there like some kind of quality control guy or something who should be seeing this, you know? Called knife pull, which pulls it back. That's exactly, yeah, John, that's exactly what I was kind of thinking. Like when it pushes down on the cards, it would like, you know, make it turn slightly. See, I'm not so dumb. Brian Mata Heat. And for the Angels, Adam Seminaris. The Angels. Where's my light? Oh, that would help. Let's put this light in a better spot. All right. Who's got the Angels? Barack. There you go, buddy. C.J. Van Eck. That's a name right there. C.J. Van Eck's more of a guy that should be like sitting around sipping brandy, smoking cigars than a baseball player. Blaze Jordan. Yeah, well, Topps has never been known for their customer service. You can give them that. That's what makes the losing the contract a little interesting. And granted, we've talked about this, you know, ridiculous amount, but I mean, obviously, Topps as a company isn't going anywhere. They got plenty of other sports and this and that they can make cards for. But like, if there's ever been one huge complaint, is that Topps just doesn't seem like they care about customers at all, because between the forever wait times on redemptions, the Justin Turner, numbered 98 of 99 for the Cardinals. Mike, between, you know, the long shipping times on products, the, you know, not fixing, you know, trying to get replacement hits, they make it a headache, you know, like, and, you know, I've always kind of had the same feeling, not that it's right, but they haven't had to, because they're basically the only people you can go to for baseball. I mean, there's other places you can get cards, obviously, but with the, you know, with the logos and all that stuff, it's like, we'll charge an arm and a leg, we'll give you no service whatsoever, and you'll like it. You know, like, okay, we'll still buy them. It's not like everybody's going to, oh, let's boycott Topps. It's not going to happen. So you do wonder, like, their customer service is so bad and everything else. Why would they care in their quality control? We were talking about a few weeks ago, and we've talked about a lot in the past, is the collation issues that Topps has had. Now, I personally think they've gotten better over the last couple years. Now, recently, Gypsy Queen wasn't that great. They had some collation issues in there. But it used to really be like 3, 4 years ago. It was really bad. You would open a case of cards and always get 4 or 5 dupes in a case. And I don't even have a huge problem with dupes here and there if it's a parallel or obviously if it's a top guy or whatever. But it was really rampant back then, and it seemed like maybe they listened and got it a little better. But when you're the only one selling a product that people want, you don't have to listen if you don't want to. Every time they do a post on like Instagram, tops, if you ever read the comments underneath, it's just people complaining about them. Like, when am I going to get my this? So it's been 9 months, but it's going to. Jake Vogel, numbered 111 of 150. Yeah, I mean, you would hope they don't think that way, but in the back of my mind, I always think they probably do. They're probably, well, you got no one else to go to. Well, we're going too soon, so. Jake Vogel Blue. What they like to call in basketball, color match. I'm amazed at how big that is in basketball cards, color matching. It's never really been a huge thing in baseball. I mean, not that it's actually like added value to cards like it does in basketball. Like, that if the card is the same color as the uniform or whatever, I was just talking to someone about this recently, like in the last month. I don't do basketball really. We do a very occasional break every once in a while, but like, I don't collect basketball cards at all or anything like that. And it's amazing how something like that has become so big in basketball, but doesn't really seem. I mean, football it seems to be a little bit too, but in baseball, it's something people never really talk about. I was watching a break one night, and they pulled a orange something or other. I don't even remember. Couldn't even think to remember what it was, and it was a color match to the uniform, and the guy was going nuts about it. This was a while ago. I'm like, what is this kid talking about? Color match, like. That's when I talked to someone about it, and they're like, "Oh yeah. If the parallel color of the card matches the uniform, the card's worth more money." I'm like, oh, okay. You need to try and get that going in baseball. And for the Orioles, again, Kyle Stowers. For the Aberdeen Ironbirds. Aberdeen. They have a huge setup down there for Little League baseball in Aberdeen. Cal Ripken his whole center is right next to their stadium, the Ironbirds. I've been there many times for my son when he was younger. They do like tournaments for like 12, 13, 14-year-old baseball teams. It's a cash cow. And when you play in the older tournaments, where they play 60, 90 like regular size fields, they use the Ironbird Stadium, which for the kids, like a 14-year-old, is amazing. It's like I don't know, maybe a 6,000 seat stadium they have there, or something like that. It's very cool. It's nice, but it's a little stadium, and they get to play in the stadium. They get a big kick out of it. It costs a fortune, those things. Those tournaments there, they make money hand over fist. Yeah, a lot of blues and golds. That's right, John. You would be. Well, and it's interesting because I think that's where that who is it? What is it? HGA? Is that the one who does the color match grading tags, which are very cool looking. I like them a lot. But I think that's kind of where they took that whole theory from. Is like, the color match cards in basketball, that they do the same thing with the labels on them. There's always somebody out there smarter than somebody else thinking of something, Why are my dogs going crazy? And my neighbor's dog today did like a jailbreak from their house, ran over into my house. This little dog was literally running around my house. There's a Tink Hens, and I sit there for the Cardinals. Look, I think this is, just my 2 cents. If on baseball cards, like if you're listing postings for sale and you start writing like the color match thing on there, I guarantee it will catch on and start increasing value on cards. But I mean, like, is this technically a color match? Because I don't think you could call that, you know, but yeah, I think if it's something you put in, like it would catch on in baseball too. I think it has to be a little more overt though. You know what I mean? Like a orange parallel of a giant or something like that, with the Giants' orange uniform. Or speaking of orange, for the D-backs, Glenn Allen Hill Jr., 14 of 25. Go. Nice one for Jason. Here you go, buddy. Oh, man. I feel like I'm running through the sleeves and top loaders all weekend. It's crazy. All right. Sorry, I gotta get some more sleeves. Eric Pena. They spelled his name wrong on which? Ed Howard. Oh, on here? Is that what? I get it. On the orange? That's not how Bobby spells his name. There's a lot of cards in this pack. Is there a hit? Yeah. I'll tell you, that's something this year I've noticed with Topps and their products. Like, their cards, like, usually they're always really dead on, 10 packs, 5 cards in a pack. All the, flagship products this year have been all over the place. If there's supposed to be 12 cards in the pack, one pack has 8, the next one has 18, the next one has 12, the next one. Got old C.J. Abrams on the cover here. He hasn't done very well lately from the last I heard. Maybe he's picked it up in the last month or so, but he's not been having a great time. Jeremy De La Rosa. Ooh. Nice gold Nick Gonzalez for the Pirates. Very nice hit. My man Phillip, numbered, gosh, I can't see it. I think it's 20 of 50, it looks like. Nice. Yeah, he was hurt for a little while. I do remember that. It was something I was reading on MILB maybe a month or so ago. Nick Gonzalez has been killing it lately. He's been doing really well. Very nice gold, Nick Gonzalez. Congrats. Trent Devereaux. I feel like they were sticking a little bit. Sabato on the back. Oh, this little dog. She hears anything. She goes like crazy. I did everything to try and talk. My wife and son wanted a second dog. I did everything to keep them from getting it for months, especially during the pandemic. Like we have a golden retriever who's just like the sweetest dog in the world. He's just like most Goldens are, like he's quiet when you want him to be quiet. He's fun when you want him to be fun. He's so easy to deal with, And then they were on about getting a second dog, and I was like, no, we don't need a second dog. And they pushed and pushed and pushed, and I gave in. Oh, gosh, what a mistake. I don't need a little young rambunctious dog. I need a very quiet, lumbering big dog. That's what I like. And she torments my big dog so much, and he lets her get away from it. Golden retrievers have to be like the nicest animals on the planet. I swear, they have to be the closest to humans that they come. Like, my little dog, it's an Australian, literally sits on his head, and he's just like, okay, it's all right. She's a puppy, I get it. Like, and you don't understand, my Golden's like 105 pounds. He's huge. He's like half bear, this dog. I always tell the other one's like 50 pounds, the Australian Shepherd. I'm like, one day you're going to make him upset. He's going to take a bite out of you. Desan Brown for Toronto. For Vic, buddy. Oh, yeah, no, I knew I was going to lose the battle. I just tried to hold it off for as long as I could, I was kind of hoping there would come an end to the pandemic that would have helped me, that we weren't stuck around the house so much, But that wasn't happening anytime soon. And it's funny because we went to go get it. So for those of you who aren't from the mid-Atlantic or don't know Pennsylvania or whatever, there's a large Amish community in Lancaster most people know about, and they breed a lot of dogs up there. Many not for good, some are huge puppy mills, and you try to stay away from those, Sandy Gaston for the Rays, 299, 97 of 99. So I know a few like single breed breeders up there who just breed like a few dogs at a time. And even when I finally gave in on the second dog, I was like, well, let's get another Golden. Like, nah, we want something different, blah, blah, blah. So we go and get this dog. Her name's Luna. And it's an Australian Shepherd, purebred. And we pick it up, and my son and I go pick it up, and we're driving back in my truck. I drive a F-150, and my son's in the front seat, puppy's in his lap, just real nice, quiet. And he's telling me all the way home, see, look how nice this dog is. So quiet, so nice. And I'm just sitting there going, like, we'll see how long that lasts. I don't even think it made it all the way home before it started barking. She has her good days and bad days. She's not. I've had worse, believe me. So I shouldn't complain too much about it. We've had some. My wife and I have always had dogs. My wife and I have been married for 24 years, and we were together for years before that. And we've always had dogs, and we have had some brutal ones in the past. No matter what you did, you couldn't train these things. So I shouldn't complain too much. You're over this weekend? What do you mean, Chris? You mean like the holiday, or were you in today for sports betting, or is that next week? Does it start up next week? I guess there's no football this weekend, right? No. Next week is opening week, right? And Isaiah Green for the Indians. Oh, you've been working a lot? Yeah. For John. I was in a Royal Farms today. So there was all this drama. I was telling you guys last night, my son is at the Made in America Festival, the big concert in Philadelphia. And they didn't get home till like 2 in the morning last night, or 2:30 in the morning. And there was all this hullabaloo. Kids lost their phones and this and that, and the girls were a pain in the ass, and like this. Anyway, my son's best friend, he lost his phone, and his family, his parents are actually out of town. He's staying with us for the weekend while they go to the concert and stuff. So I spent most of the morning running around trying to find a track phone, which I did finally. Track phones really aren't that bad a deal if you need a cheap phone. Like, I just needed something so they could call each other if they got separated or whatever, For like $50, you'd be amazed what you can get. Addison Reyes, numbered 56 of 150. You have 9 hours overtime this week. But there was a point to that story. So I was out running around trying to find him a track phone, and I went to a couple Targets, and they were sold out, and I finally found one. So the whole thing kind of screwed up my morning. I had a bunch of stuff to get done, but I was starving, and there was a Royal Farms on the way home. And I stopped there, and I'm like, ordered food, and I'm standing there waiting, and I'm reading their employment sign, and they're paying up to $21 an hour. Now, I don't know what qualifies you to get the $21 an hour, but I was like, geez, man, I need to get a job at Royal Farm. $21 an hour to, what, fry some chicken? Or to ring up people for cigarettes? Like, I can't get over what people are paying these days. It's insane. Because nobody wants to work. Well, at least overtime, you're making money, my friend. Why so much overtime? People out or just not enough employees? You guys short-handed like everybody else? Collins, Hank Aaron, Sada String. And for the Cardinals, Justin Turner. Didn't we have him already? Oh, I think we had a parallel of him. For the Cardinals, Mike. Here you go, buddy. Short-staffed, yeah. Why work when you can act like an idiot on YouTube and get paid good money? Yeah, true. You've got a point there, John. I'll concede that point to you, buddy. I say to my son all the time, I don't understand why you don't constantly have a video camera connected to you everywhere you go and just post it on YouTube. Someone will watch it, and you can make money off it. Need a lot more than 2,000 subscribers, though, to make any money. That's for sure. I was talking to this guy who has a channel on YouTube who does breaks also, but on a much smaller scale. I don't even know if he's breaking anymore. This was 6 months ago or so. He wasn't doing that great, but he had passed 1,000 subscribers. He's like, oh, now I get to monetize my channel. I was like, for what? I said, you're going to get a check for like 70 cents a month, man. That's not worth putting commercials on your channel. You know what I mean? Like, if you had 10 or 20,000 subscribers, okay, but some people are a little, visions of grandeur with some of this stuff. O'Neal Cruz for the Pirates. Number 20 of 50. Gold on that one. Me too, John. But you know what the funny thing is, John? Do your kids watch TV at all? Like, I just realized, like, I don't think my son has a television in his room. The only thing he ever uses it for is to play video games on. And like, even if I come in his room, though, even if he watches like a movie on Netflix or something, he's watching on his laptop or on his phone. And I'm like, well, we have Netflix on the TV. You can watch on there. He's like, yeah, it's okay. And then we were talking about it one day, and he's like, I don't really need a TV. Like, because everything he watches on YouTube for the most part. It's amazing. Like, our generation, if I walk in a room without a TV, I start to get a little shaky. we're the TV generation, if anyone, would be the first to get cable and stuff like that. Like, I couldn't give it up even if I wanted to. And it's funny, too, because like you said, some of the crap that they watch, you're like, this is entertaining? Oh, yeah, man, this guy's so funny. Okay. Like, all right, if you say so. I don't see it, but hey. But some guys are brilliant, man. Some of those guys on there, man, they have... The one guy on... what's his name? The guy with the most subscribers, the kid from Sweden or whatever it is. PewDiePie or something like that is his name. Nick Sweeney for the Giants. Like, I don't get it at all. I even tried watching the guy a few times. I'm just like, well, he's got like 150 million subscribers. There's got to be something about this guy. Seems like a moron. Like that other guy, that's for Chris, Nick Sweeney. Who's the other guy? Mr. Beast or whatever he is. Like, at least he gives money away and stuff. I kind of get that. I understand why people watch him. It's, because that's kind of fun. I mean, I've seen that guy's videos before. He's nuts, But, like, I don't know. I don't get it. Ooh, there's a nice gold Adley. 7 of 50 on the Adley Rutschman. Nice one there for the Orioles. The one that amazes me is them watching people playing video games. Like, I know this is a huge thing, and I'm not trying to sound old or anything, and I've been on Twitch and have kind of, and checked it out and this and that and whatever, but, like, my son, especially, like, a few years back, when he was, like, 12, 13, 14, he would sit there for hours and watch these guys play video games. And I'd be like, why don't you just play the video game? Like, why are you watching someone else play it? I don't get it. Like, just totally obsessed with it. Like, okay. I mean, I'm sure the guys are good in town and whatever. Like, to me, it'd be like I'd watch that guy to learn something so I could play better, but not just sit there and watch him play. Why don't you just play yourself? But, like, I go on Twitch, and some of those guys have, like, who are doing it live, they have, like, 150, 200,000 people watching them at a time and giving them money like it's falling out of the sky. That's the thing that's really crazy. All the donations and stuff, like, I'm just like, wow. Kids sitting there playing, Call of Duty or whatever and taking in, like, $500 an hour in donations, $2 at a time. For the Brewers, Xavier Warren Blue. 70 of 150. My man John. Yeah, it is amazing. Like, I mean, look, it's brilliant. I can't take anything away from these people. They're smart enough to do it. I'm just flabbergasted by it. And the money, I think the money is the thing that gets me the most. Like, if you go on Twitch and take any of the top people on Twitch who have, 100,000 people, 50,000 people watching, and, like, everybody just, like, donates, like, $2, $5, $3, $2. I'm like, it adds up. These guys are making some serious scratch, man. Like, and they also talk in a language I don't understand at all. I mean, I get it. I'm older and I'm not part of the Twitch revolution or whatever. They talk about subs and this and that. I'm like, I have no idea what these people are saying to each other. And the guys playing, they see everything. That's the other thing that amazes me. Like their chat's moving like a mile a minute, and they thank everybody, and they're playing the video game at the same time. Well, that could work. The bikini thing could work. It's an amazing thing. And look, more power to him, man. I've said it to my son so many times, man. If you can make money like that, sitting at home playing video games, then God bless you. Because I wish I could, you know. But it's definitely a section of that generation that is so different from every other generation. I mean, we've all had fascinations with video games since the 70s. I as much as anyone, but it's a different kind of fascination now with the games. It's like they're so into watching. I mean, you guys have seen these like Overwatch leagues and stuff like that. They're on ESPN, and there's 7 guys and 3 girls up on a stage, and there's like 4,000 people in the stadium watching them play. It's crazy. And an orange Jordan Adams for the Angels, 5 of 25. Oh, that would get some views, all right. I think that would get me tossed off of YouTube. Yeah, 6'4.5", 270 of pure man. My wife doesn't want to see me with my shirt off. Why would anybody else want to? No, it's true, but I don't make money off the channel. I don't have enough viewers, nor do I, And believe me, I don't always make money. I can tell you that for a fact. No, you're right, but I mean, I'm just saying. I'm not saying like I'm actually selling a physical product too. You know what I mean? Like, yes, okay, I'm opening the cards and doing this and doing that, but I'm sending you a physical product, this, that, whatever. These people are just playing a video game and people are watching. That's where the difference is. My channel doesn't make a dime. I don't have near enough subscribers to even to attempt to do something like that. I think if I monetize my channel, I'd probably make about $4 a month right now. So, look, again, I take nothing away from it. It's just fascinating kind of, I think it's awesome that they can do it. It's just fascinating how many people are interested in it. Like if 15 years ago you said, I'm going to make a lot of money by playing video games and having people watch me play, I'd have been like, you're out of your mind. For Houston, Colin Barber, red auto to 10. For Seth, number 3 of 10, Colin Barber. That's true. I would definitely get some laughs. Yeah, that would probably work. That's eating hot dogs and crying. I would watch that. That would make me laugh. That's the thing. You just got to come up with a. If you get the right gimmick, man. Dude, some of those guys, like I was reading an article about that Mr. Beast kid. Like I'm sure many of you know who he is. Apparently he made millions with Bitcoin. Like, when he was like, I mean, I know he's been on YouTube since he was a kid, basically, and has become bigger and bigger. But apparently he bought a bunch of Bitcoin when he was like 12 years old for like $14 worth of Bitcoin, and now he's worth like $500 million or whatever. But he's smart. He just gives money away. Who's not going to watch that? You know what I mean? Like, and the funny part of it is you watch one of his videos and he'll give away like $50,000 in the video, but those videos make way more than that, like because he has 60 million subscribers and they get, 80 million views or whatever. Oh, and Cassie for the Cubs. I mean, it's just kind of dollar cost averaging. I'll give away 50, I'll make 80, I'm plus 30, Yeah, that's true. Look, there. I mean, you're right. I mean, the Kardashians are a great example of it. You're absolutely right. I'm fascinated by it. I am. Like I said, I don't have anything against it. I'm just amazed at how big it really is. You know. James Beard blue for the Sox. All right, last couple packs coming. Like I said, 10:45 for Chrome Blasters tonight. So we'll finish up these last few packs, do a hit recap, and then take a 10-minute break. Be back with Chrome. See what Chrome can bring us tonight. Pedro Martinez. Well, I guess with the amount of people, it was funny yesterday when my son came back from the concert and the kids were all complaining, and like I said, his best friend lost his phone, and I mean, this kid was depressed about losing his phone. That's why I went out and got him one this morning. I mean, like, I thought he was gonna jump out the window or whatever. And I thought to myself, guys, we didn't have cell phones like 25 years ago. We went to concerts and we said, hey, we'll meet at the Flag at 9. And if you're not there, you're on your own. Like, you just make a plan. But, man, they can't live without technology now. That's for sure. They're definitely the technology generation. Poor kid was traumatized from losing his phone. All right, Garrett Mitchell on the back. All right, guys. As usual, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for listening to my constant babbling about life. I'm going to put a quick hit recap together. This is our last night for the week. We're going to take off tomorrow because we got 8 million cards to sort from the weekend. So please stay safe, stay healthy out there. Don't drink too much tomorrow. You got to be up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for work on Tuesday, which of course nobody wants to do, but so be it. But otherwise, just thanks for joining me. If you get a chance, hit that like and subscribe if you haven't yet. And give me a second. We'll get this hit recap done. You give up the wit hunt? I'm sorry, my man. I wish I could pull one. I wish I had one. If I had one, I'd send you one. All right. Blue, green, gold, and orange. I won't. John, do I ever lose cards? Come on. I told you, if you don't want it, I mean, I know it's not a first. I can take it off your hands for you. All right, guys, hit recap for 2021 Topps Pro debut, third case break, number 6. Colors first. Blues to 150 of James Beard, Reyes, Vogel, and Carter for Texas. Greens to 99 of Gaston, Turner, Royce Lewis. Golds to 50 of O'Neill Cruz and Adley Rutschman. Nice one there. If I can keep it in my hand. Jeez. And oranges of Jordan Adams and Glenn Allen Hill Jr. And autographs, base of Owen Cassey for the Cubs, Sweeney for the Giants, Turner for the Cardinals. Green for the Indians, Brown for the Blue Jays, Tink Hence for the Cardinals, Kyle Stowers for the Orioles, Seminaris for the Angels, Cabrera for the Tigers, McVeeny for the Cubs, and Baumler for the Orioles. And then colored autos, Warren blue to 150 for the Brew Crew. Corbin Carroll to 99 for the D-backs. Baylor to 99 for the Phils. A very delicious Nick Gonzalez to 50 for Pittsburgh. And Colin Barber to 10 for Houston. Okay, for 500. Oh, you wanted money. I got you. No, that's okay. All right, guys. Thanks again so much for joining me. We'll be back in about 10 minutes with Chrome. Stay safe, stay healthy out there, and I'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye.